I'm wearing my professional shirt from work and gym shorts. Classy. I have another nail video today. So a few months back, I reviewed the Impress by Kiss press-on nails. They had like an adhesive instead of using the liquid glue, and I was very, very impressed, pun intended and not intended. And I've been using them since, and I really, really like them. But I have some other nails that require the liquid glue, and I tried that once, and I swore I was never going to do it again because it was a mess. It stuck to my skin, it ripped my skin when I tried to peel it off, and it required soaking in acetone, which wrecked my nails after that. And from that incident, I learned never to do that again. So flash forward to a couple of weeks ago, I was really wanting to try out some press-on nails again, but I didn't want to try the Kiss ones, so I started researching alternatives to glue. I ended up finding this article, blog post type thing that had a couple of different suggestions, and I thought I should try these out on camera, see if they work. Maybe I find a true gem that will save my nails and save me time. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. Before I start, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate it. If I can find the article that I originally read, I will post it in the description box below. So one of the options it said to try is double-sided tape. I'm a bit skeptical on this one because you can peel off Scotch tape pretty easily. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. So I got some of the Scotch double-sided tape. I originally was going to get an off-brand, but I thought if I'm doing this, I should probably get at least the name brand. So I got Scotch tape. The article also suggested using some sort of adhesive type thing. So I was at Dollar Tree actually, so this was only $1, and I got glue dot adhesives. I was trying to find something that would be small enough to fit on your nail. A lot of them are large strips that you would use to hang stuff on the wall or just use for different materials. So these are just like a perfect size for a nail, so I thought they would work really well. The third option the article proposed was to use another nail polish to kind of like, while it's still sticky, glue down the nail. So I'm going to be using this clear coat from Sinful Colors. It's almost gone, so I might just use up the rest of it. I'm going to be doing a few nails with each method and showing it on camera so you can see how well it goes, if it sticks immediately, and if it stays. If you want to know more about the Kiss Impress nails that I was talking about earlier in the video, I will link that also in the eye and down below. Please ignore how ugly my nails might look. The nail polish I was using before this kind of stained them. So something else you will definitely want to use before you apply the nails is some sort of alcohol wipe. I made the mistake once of not using this on my nails. I just used nail polish remover and they did not stay on nearly as long as when I prepped them. So I took some on some paper towel and I'm just going to wipe down each nail. So the nails I got were super cheap. I got this brand just at Dollar Tree, and this is what they look like, just gray with these cute little flowers on it. So the first method we are going to use is Scotch tape. So I took some of the double-sided tape and I cut it to try and match around my nail size. I'm going to place it on my thumb, try and get it as close to the cuticle as possible. And then I'm going to take some scissors and just cut off any of the excess. And then I'm going to take the nail and press it as close to the cuticle as possible, and then press down and hold for at least 30 seconds. That's the amount of time that the Impress nails recommend, so hopefully this is around the same. Okay, in the latest development, I tried to put on 3 nails. This one ripped off immediately. These, they're not stable. This one was a little bit better, but you really can't do much without these ripping off. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the double-sided tape is a definite no-go. Okay, next I have one of the glue dots. Peel this back, place that on my nail, kind of centered. Press down to make sure it is fully adhered to the nail. And try and gently peel it off. Okay, so the glue dot definitely wants to stick to the clear film. And try and place this over the glue dot and hold. Okay, so I applied these 3 nails using the glue dots. It is so difficult to get the glue dot away from the plastic covering. This part peels off super easily. This does not want to break away from the glue dot. I don't know why they made it like that. I even tried it on a more flat surface and it was the same way. So going with a different brand would probably be better in this case. As you can see that they are still on, it does feel a lot more stable than the tape. I think these would stay on for a couple of days since the glue doesn't cover the entire nail, it just covers the center. The edges near the cuticle, I didn't put the adhesive there, so it feels a little unstable and it might move around a little bit up there, but it still feels like it would stick on if I were to be like typing at work or doing stuff with my hands. So I think I'd give this method maybe a 7 out of 10. Higher rating if I find a better brand of glue dots. It may even work better if I try to use 2 on 1 nail to cover the entire nail. So in the next option, we're going to be using the clear nail polish, and I'm going to put a heavy amount of this on there just so that I can ensure it will stick. Make sure to cover the entire nail, and then I'm going to quickly put the nail over the nail polish and hold, and I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. Alright, so I let this nail dry for about 5 minutes, and I think this is my favorite method so far. It really feels on there, and whereas this one doesn't feel as secure near the cuticle, this one feels secure on the entire nail. Like that feels like it's gonna stay put. I'm going to put some on my other nails, and maybe before I put the nail on, I'm gonna let it get a slight bit tacky, and I am putting on a pretty generous amount. If this works out, I like this method a lot better than actual glue because nail glue sticks on forever, and that thing is non-relenting. So I'm going to let this sit for another 5 minutes. Okay, so that one is dry. I think the better method is to put the nail on right away. And by the way, while I am letting it dry, I'm holding it down the entire time. I don't let it come up at all because I really want it to stick to the nail and stick to the nail polish. So I'm gonna try that out on the rest of these and see how that goes. Okay, so these are all on. I had a little bit of a mishap with the nail polish, but these feel very secure. All of them, it feels as if I used nail glue pretty much. It was pretty simple. I didn't have to do the full 5 minutes for all of my nails. I decided to go 3 minutes, and that worked just as well. So for these last 2 nails, I want to try and use the glue dots again. For my thumb, since it's a larger area to cover, I'm going to try and use 2 glue dots. So I'm gonna put that one closer to the cuticle. Now I'm going to put that kind of overlapping it a little bit and have it reach the end of the nail. I'm going to hold that down. So the thumbnail with the 2 glue dots, it feels more secure, but it's also more raised up since the glue dots kind of overlapped. For this pinky, I tried to use a glue dot, but it was just not cooperating, so I ended up using the nail polish for this as well. So now I have all of my nails on, and I'm going to come back and give some of my final thoughts. So after I turned off the camera, I went and washed my hands and tried to do some other stuff to see how well the nails would stick on. I was very wrong. Almost all of the nails that use the nail polish have broken off. One of them, I have no clue where it is. And like this one is about to break off too. I am super surprised that the glue dots stuck on better. Like they're still not stable and they're probably gonna fall off by the end of the day, but they stuck on better than the nail polish, which initially felt more secure. The pinky still feels secure, so I don't know what went different with that one, but it may have been because I used a thinner layer on my pinky. I thought that the more glue, the more adhered it would be to my nail, but maybe that's just too much that it slides around. I ended up trying to put a light coat on this nail and retry it. If that ends up being the case and they stick on, they work great, I will put it on the screen right now. If not, you know what happened. I'm actually pretty sad that this didn't work out as well as I had hoped. I am not going back to traditional nail glue, so otherwise it's just going to be the Kiss Impress nails. I'd like to have more variety in the shade and the type of nail, but I guess we can't have all things in life. Here's another glue dot one that's peeling off, so that's fantastic. I may continue to do some more research and see if there are any other alternatives or brands out there like the Kiss Impress nails. But if you enjoyed this video and at least found it a little bit comical, maybe give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, I promise they get better. They don't all happen to be a disaster like this one. You can hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you in my next video.